I used to play a lot of video games as a kid. World of Warcraft, League of Legends, Counter-Strike, Call of Duty, you name it. I remember specifically on one of my characters on World of Warcraft, you could, well, in WoW, you can type in the chat like /played, and then you can see how much in-game time you have on each character. And I specifically remember doing this on one of my characters, and I think it had 130 days in-game. So one day is obviously 24 hours in the way the playtime is counted. And so that means on one single character in World of Warcraft, I had 130 days in game. That's almost half a year, or at least over 4 months, just sitting, looking at a screen, playing one character in one game. There's a lot of life, if you think about it. Now, I've noticed this correlation. There are a lot of people that I see succeeding in online business today that used to play video games as a kid. And I think it's because there aren't really that much of a difference between leveling up in video games and leveling up in life. It's a lot of the mechanics are the same. I mean, you gotta grind, you gotta pursue specific goals, and you gotta level up. I remember in World of Warcraft, I was always obsessed with being rich in the game, having like the nicest skins, the nicest mounts, the nicest gear to like, I think it was called transmogriff. You could essentially change your appearance. And for I think 6 months, I would sit a good 2-3 hours a day just farming gold, which literally meant spawn killing the same mobs every day just to loot them and then be able to sell their stuff in the auction house. I'd spend 6 months of my life, hours a day, just farming gold in this game. And I think after 5, 6, 7 years of gaming daily and spending a lot of time, I just realized, imagine if I could put this kind of focus into something in real life and just make that seem a little bit like a video game. Imagine the results I could get then. And the resemblance has just been striking, and I think a lot of other people have experienced the same thing. If you've ever played video games, you would know this feeling that, when you're kind of addicted to it, you can play at any time, right? It doesn't really matter if you're hungry or if you're somewhere else away from home. When you're hooked on a video game, you can play it anytime, any place. And again, so I was just like, imagine if I could feel like that, but in real life, turn life into a video game. And it's kind of worked. I mean, I've been doing that, playing the video game of life, if you will, now for 5, 6 years in terms of building online businesses. I've made millions in the profit. It's at a point now where we're making $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 per month playing this video game called life.